So what are the traits of a faithful worker? Number one, you must be reliable. Hallelujah. Reliability means you show up consistently. You follow through. You can be trusted when something is entrusted into your hands. If I ask you, would you prefer to have a reliable car or an unreliable car? What would you say? Number two, a faithful worker must have a servant's heart. You know, when they call you a minister or a worker, the purpose is not to be served, but the purpose is to serve. Number three, there must be humility and teachability. Nobody is above correction, but anyone that is not humble can never be corrected because they're going to think they already know it all. We all need to have that humble spirit in order for God to continue to shape us and mold us into the person that He has created us to be. Number four, you must have love for God. You can't serve God without having love for God. And you must also have love for the people. You can't serve the people of God if you don't have love for God. You can't feed those you don't love. You can't serve those you don't love. If you are serving those you don't love, it is not a genuine service. You must also have integrity and godly character. We must be spiritually mature. In other words, you should never neglect your personal walk with God at the expense of your service. Because sometimes we can get so busy for God that we forget God. Who are you working for? Don't get so busy to the point that you forget the God that you're serving. We must also be submissive to godly leadership. Jesus is the head of the church. He has organized the church in a particular way. We must also have the willingness to sacrifice. There must be a personal cost to you. You want to be a faithful worker of God? It must cost you something. You must have commitment to excellence. We cannot give to God mediocrity. Your service must be with excellence. In other words, give your best effort. Excellence must be our minimum standard. You must be ready to persevere. You know, when things are great, you don't need to endure anything. You just smile and you go with the flow. But when things are shaky, that's when you know you need to endure. We only endure trials. So there will always be a time that we'll experience a low in our service to God. That is when your endurance and your perseverance will be most needed. When they are going through some tough times, don't rush to make a decision. You must have a sense of calling and a sense of purpose. What is God asking you to do? You must be a disciple of Jesus Christ. Discipleship is a journey by which we are shaped and molded to the image of Jesus Christ. We want to be more like Jesus. That's what it means to be a disciple. So anyone that wants to work for Jesus must look like Him, must talk like Him, must walk like Him, must act like Him. You claim you love this God. Your service to Him must come with sacrifice. You must continue to give yourself fully to God. Give yourself fully to God. Be totally sold out to God. How do you know you're totally sold out to God? It is by your service. Everything we are doing for the sake of the kingdom, they are taking account of it right now. So whether the work is faithful, whether the work is unfaithful, fire will prove which one is faithful and which one is not. There's no pretense when it comes to God. You can pretend to pastor. Pastor may not know. But you can't pretend to God. God knows our motives. Only faithful service will receive a reward. In order for our work to remain, we must be totally sold out to God. So, beloved, whatever you do for God, it is never